Mustafar is the volcanic planet from episode 3, but this is well after that. I call this build Mustafar episode 8, Rise of the Sith. And what has happened here is the Sith have discovered some dark force red crystals that naturally form on this remote region of Mustafar, and they have gone there and they have set up a new base and created unspeakable evil. They're using these dark force red crystals and the thermal heat from the hot molten lava to liquefy them to blend with Darth Vader's life force DNA, and they are creating Vader clones. Plus, they're training an army of Sith troopers, and old unemployed Imperial troopers came to get a job as well. And that's the fun we're having with this thing.
So there's a big, huge theme going on here with your Mustafar build.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything you want to particularly tell us about Mustafar?
Well, other than it's a volcanic planet on the outer rim, and so that's what this design is from. And I made a modular Sith tower. It has an elevator that'll stop at each floor, and each floor represents something. The bottom floor, of course, is the reception and induction center. The next floor up, and it's built into the mountain, the rest of it's built on top of that, is the dormitory, so that's where the Sith troopers and the stormtroopers sleep. And then there's a little conversation table in there where some of the Sith officers interview the guys. The level up above that is actually a Sith TIE Fighter training simulator floor. And there's 12 TIE Fighter simulators in there, and they all have pilots in them. The next floor is the hangar bay, and then the top floor right there is actually the military floor that protects the entire installation. TIE fighters can take off and land from that area, and if you look, you can see the cannon battery on either side, and down below there, the gunners, and they are operating, computer operating and targeting for those guns, even though they're well below them. The little gizmo with the dome on it is actually a ray shield generator, so everything is ray shielded, and unless the resistance comes in and they don't have proton bombs,
right,
it's not going to hurt anything.
I see that. Yeah, that's awesome.
So there's that fun. And here these guys out here, you notice none of them have guns because they're trainees, except for those fellows way over there. The one aerial trooper is trying to hit the target, and Imperial troops are not known for being very accurate with firing. If you look at the targets, even though they're rebel targets, there's not a blaster burn anywhere on it. And then I've got a gun rack with some extra weapons in case they want to blame it on the gun.
Right. And then what sets this off is actually the mood lighting. You got the strobes going, hitting this thing, and it's...
Yeah, I just thought maybe it might make the color pop a little bit. The overhead light does well enough, but I had these orange. I could make them any color I want. People were telling me, you need to put UV lights on that. So there's a UV light in that, and I turned it on, and I wasn't that impressed with the effect, so I changed them to orange.
Yeah, well, the orange reflects off the black as well.
Oh yeah.
And not only they got the lava going with your reflective tiles, but I mean, it just enhances the thing.
It's difficult sometimes for the eye to conceive that this is all black and orange, because the way the light hits the black, it actually changes the color of it, and it adds to the texture of the entire thing. And I'm going to add on to it.
Right. How long have you been working on this?
This one, actually, I tore my first Mustafar build apart in February of 2020 and started all over. So this one is since February of 2020.
Oh wow, that doesn't seem like a long time.
No, it's not very long.
About a year, right?
Yeah, well, February 2020, February 2021, and now here it is almost August. So there's been a lot of nights and sore thumbs and cracked fingernails.
I know the feeling. And you said you won awards for this?
Yeah, I've won a Best Large Build Award with it and a Best Art Award.
Okay.
Those are the only two shows I did. I actually took this to a show when I began to rebuild it in February, and I took it to a show in March. Incomplete.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I just sat there and during the show when I could and built things, but when the kids come and look and they ask questions, I'm gonna have fun with them. And I usually give them one of the little trans-orange cheese slopes and say, here's a lava jewel from Mustafar.
A memento of your
that's
trip.
right.
Well, it is amazing. Just the scale of it and the way it looks with the lights. It really sets it off. So
thank you so much for that.
I thank you for sharing it with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
All right.